With such an army of workers as our youth, said Ellen White, rightly trained, how soon the message of a crucified, risen, soon coming Savior might be carried to the whole world. God had shown Ellen White that the future, and in that future was our youth, our young adults. She saw them actively engaged in the mission of the remnant church. Today, I would like to report that we have such an army of our young adults who can do much if they are properly directed, encouraged, and assisted in a focusing on salvation and service. Salvation and service has been our twofold focus as Adventist youth leaders. First, we work to introduce our young people to Jesus Christ, salvation, so that they will choose a saving relationship with Him for themselves. The second part of this work, service, is equally important. The purpose is to train our young people to bring the three angels' message of love, hope to others. I am pleased to let you know that some of our youth are on the journey towards achieving this. We have several young adults, trained lay preachers, and leaders with more to be added. These young people have filled many preaching appointments in many churches and have conducted and are conducting several outreach programs, working with the pastors in order to fulfill the mission. Youth-led outreach at Ilford, London, Ghana, Stratford, Edmonton, Brixton, as well as Welling and Plumstead led to a total of 22 baptized. A further 8 were baptized in Southampton. At camp meeting, we had 10 baptized in 2012. In 2013 and 2014, we had 45 and 89 baptism requests, respectively. The youth also led out in mission to the city's outreach, Crave Campus Ministry, which is present in several universities, including Greenwich, South Bank, Goldsmith College, etc., have seen hundreds of students registered and interested in becoming a part of the new youth campus ministries. The servant of the Lord, Ellen White, outlined the objectives of the youth department as this: 1, to train the young adults to work for other young adults. 2, to recruit young adults to help their church and those who profess to be Sabbath keepers. And 3, to work for those who are not of our faith. In order to decide upon which areas were important to focus the youth resources on, a sample anonymous survey was conducted online. This involved over 450 young people. 6 areas were identified: discipleship, leadership, mentoring, creative ministry, missions, evangelism, livelihood, finance, and spiritual development and health. Not to miss out accessible youth training at camp meeting. This brief report is only an overview of the SEC Youth Department's ministries in those designated areas between the years 2011 and 2014. Discipleship. Discipleship is a process of learning to follow. On Sabbath, the 14th of March 2014, a number of young people took part in the new bus ministry organized by the South England Conference Youth Department. Young adults were encouraged to be the sermon. This they did by serving shoppers in Oxford Street. They served by providing free health checks, dental advice on a remodeled Routemaster bus. Each shopper left with a gift bag containing water, healthy bar, encouragement to take up creation health. By transforming our camp meeting into a youth leadership conference and personal development week, we had great success. After introducing an open forum, talkbacks, and workshop at camp meeting, we have been able to assist a number of young adults with the opportunity to access professionals, including counselors, career advisors, fitness coaches, mental health practitioners, finance advisors, as well as pastors, prayer warriors, spiritual mentors. In addition, we have been able to provide outreach experiences, resources, practical guidance, thus encouraging the young adult to develop their role as a witness and being able to do so without fear. One of our main emphasis is our young adults having a powerful, renewing experience with Christ. Powerful dynamic preaching and a deep religious experience is a way of supporting and diverting the young adults towards spiritual, physical, mental well-being. The cross of Christ being central to everything we do and say at camp meetings. Thanks to the creativity of our young adults, we have developed communion in such a way that it has become the main service of camp meeting, attracting a large crowd and a crowd that dressed for it. They look forward to the service with great anticipation and wonder. Following Jesus' examples means doing the kind of loving service for others that he did. We can and have given our young people many opportunities to serve others both in their own churches, communities, at camp meetings around the world, such as Impact South Africa. In June 2013, we had Mission to Real. During camp meeting, the young adult camp meeting team was able to reach across the cultural barriers in carrying the good news of salvation. Simultaneously, they ran 2 programs, where over 95% of those attending our programs were of the majority population. In July 2013, Pretoria, South Africa, working with the famous Steve Biko Hospital HIV unit, reaching the world with his message has been the ultimate goal of our Adventist youth ministry. With our focus clearly on salvation and service, we seek to provide our young adults opportunities to make a decision for Christ and then to involve them in evangelism. God has richly blessed the youth ministry department, and with the acquisition of the 33-acre site in North Runton near Kingsland, we're extremely excited about the future of the youth work within the South England Conference. We see the site as a center for youth empowerment and evangelism, where they can have prayer and faith conferences, Pathfinder events. We see it as a place where our churches can use for retreats, Go UK. We are blessed, extremely blessed, to be the owners of this site with planning permission for 254 bed spaces, a large leisure complex, 4-bedroom house, a potential auditorium with recording facilities. In closing, I would like to thank the President, the Secretariat, the Treasurer for supporting the youth work. I'd like to thank my youth advisory team, the Federation. I give special thanks to my colleagues in ministry, our churches, and the dynamic preachers that made our events and camp meetings so special. Thanks to my beautiful, lovely wife, Lurleen, and children, Christina and Stephanie, for being a part of this team. And if there's any glory, any praise, please let it go to Calvary. Thank you, God.